How are you, Milck?
Doing well.
Kevan,
How are
nice to
you?
meet
Hi,
you.
Kevan.
I thought I'd come up here. We'd do a duet now. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Well, I mean, I have to say before we get going or get started, I don't know the last time I was so excited to not only speak to an artist, but the person behind the artistry. As I watched your past
thank
interviews,
you.
no, truly though, as I watched your interviews and I read articles about some things you've said in the past and just your work this past week here in New York, this is exciting. You are a remarkable artist.
Thank you. I pay him to say
Yeah,
that.
right.
So when we
Fork
get
it
on
over.
camera, say I'm amazing. No.
Well, I mean,
Thank you.
let's start at the top, right? This has got to be just a whirlwind week for you, wrapping up here at Billboard Live. So thank you very much for I'll get in closer, but for coming by here on a Monday morning. Let's talk about what you just did on Saturday. You headlined the second annual Women's March. And I mean, when you talk about bucket list items you must have crossed off, I mean, Yoko Ono up there
Yeah.
on stage with you. Saw you talking to Whoopi. Saw you talking to Halsey.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think I woke up the next day. I was like, Yoko Ono? I keep texting my friends like, Yoko Ono, question mark? Yeah, that was incredible. Like 5 minutes before I got on stage, they're like, is it okay with you if Yoko Ono sits on the stage as you sing and she holds up a peace sign? I was like, yeah.
Let me think.
Let me think about that. And then I've never been starstruck before, but when she walked up on stage, they had people helping her to walk on stage, and I saw the profile of her face, and I just immediately started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, Connie, get yourself together. You're about to sing, and it's super cold, and I've been in the cold since 8 a.m., just like waiting in the cold. And once I went on stage, I like walked up to her with my crazy eyes and been like, I love you. And she was like, there. And so it was amazing. Yeah, she has like a gaze, and she like looks into your soul and like looks through your eyes through this back of your skull. So I feel like I've been seen.
It's insane.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible. And it kind of, capped off a really monumental year in your life, because this all kind of started, I guess, for the mass audience out there, the worldwide audience, last year in Washington, D.C., when, there's no such thing as an overnight success. Typically, an overnight success, in your case of this, is just years and years and years of preparation and hard
Yeah.
work, meeting opportunity. And
Yeah.
that sort of intersection happened for you last January when you performed the song you just were nice enough to do here at Billboard Live, Quiet. There were flash mobs involved. Tell this story from last year.
Right, yeah. So I actually, right before the march, I had gotten dropped by my management. So I was like free falling at that point. And I was like, oh shoot, I lost my team, And then my boyfriend looked at me. He's like, you are the team. So go do whatever you need to do. I was like, okay, I am the team. And that was a really profound realization. And so I said, screw everyone and everything. I'm just going to make a music video of my own. And then the only thing that makes sense to me in the world right now, the only positive seeming thing currently is this Women's March thing. I don't know, a bunch of women are going to go to D.C. None of us had any idea what it was going to be. And so I bought my tickets like right away. I RSVP'd yes, and I was like, okay, I'm going. And I'm going to sing this song as an offering on the streets. I had no connections with any of the Women's March organizers or any of that. So I thought, okay, instead of, me passing out CDs and being like, this song is like a song like that says what we feel, it's like, so who wants to hold a CD? Who has CDs anymore? I still do, but, or like even download cards, that's still annoying, no one wants, so I was like, okay, well, people of these days love experiences and things that are non-committal, or maybe I'm just projecting my own self, so I thought maybe I'll just provide that, and so I recruited 25 strangers, to sing this song. I sent
That
them.
day?
No, not that
Okay.
day. Yeah, that would be amazing. And then we just like break into harmony. No, I actually emailed people starting in the beginning of December. And then I sent them the MP3. I was like, do you guys want to sing this with me? And so I got 9 girls confirmed. I was like, sweet, I'm going to write a 7-part harmony. So I started composing a 7-part harmony. Then like the rest of the choir committed, because I reached out to a bunch of a cappella groups. So I'm an a cappella nerd. Go a cappella. So then we all met up for the first time, like the whole group for the first time met at the morning of the march. And I was like, okay, here's a Mickey D's right by the train station, let's meet there. And then so we met there, and then we just started flash mobbing. we started performing. At first we had this elaborate plan, like, okay, I'll hide behind this tree and you'll hide over there, and then we'll just like come together in harmony and it'll be super dramatic. But it was so packed and crowded that we're like, screw it, we'll just be a unit and just start singing. So people would take out their cell phones and film us and crying and hugging, and I printed 500 I Can't Keep Quiet pins. We passed those out, and then we're out by like the 4th flash mob. The 7th flash mob, I got lost, and like the group got lost, and we're like, screw it, this wasn't the plan, but let's just sing right here. Then this woman, Alma Harrell, who's an amazing music video director and commercial director, and movie director actually, and she happened to be lost. I didn't know who she was, but she filmed our last flash mob and then put it on her Twitter and her Facebook.
Just by happenstance?
Yeah, by happenstance.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So like, yes, so it's crazy. So then she posted it, and then, you know, I was kind of like, what am I doing with my life? I just like this song, I just sang it on the streets for maybe a few hundred people. Cool, that was like the most important song to me of this EP, but that's cool, whatever. I guess that's how I'm gonna debut my music, is on the streets. And yeah, then my whole life changed as the song went viral. It was like 14 million views in 2 days.
It's insane.
So then Alma, the woman who posted that video, we've become friends now. Like, she's my fairy godmother is what I call her.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So take me through the timing of Quiet, because when you listen to Quiet, you can't imagine that it wasn't written for this moment in history, this moment in our culture here in America. Mm-hmm. But does it predate everything that's been going on in 2017, 2018? I mean, what was the inspiration when you first put pen to pad for this song?
The inspiration for this song was my own life. And I think the reason why this song feels like it's really relevant to this time is because it's a actual real American life. And I am experiencing my own human condition, but like there's a lot of other people experiencing very similar things. Just, you know, in this age of technology, I think a lot of us feel isolated. Mm-hmm. I mean, even in London, in the Great Britain, they just appointed a minister of loneliness to.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It sounds like a Harry
Potter.
That's
not a good sign.
Yeah, a Harry Potter character, but like that's happening right now because we're so isolated. But anyways, this was my isolated experience of my need to like get that voice out, because I was abused when I was younger and I was taught that it was my fault. So I had carried this shame around with me for so long, and it held me back in so many ways, to the point where I didn't know how to confront people. Like, I wasn't worthy, and so I'm not going to have that second conversation with the manager or something. And so my business end of my career was in shambles, because the business end is communication, and I didn't have that because I didn't have my own voice. So I was getting tired of this cycle that I was putting myself through. So I thought, maybe it's not me, maybe it's not my fault, maybe I'm enough. So that was the experiment. What if I operated as if like I love myself, and then I'll just take care of myself and move forward and be honest and share these things with people. So that is this song. And you know, as a black sheep in my family, I never felt heard in my home. Or not never, but a lot of times my parents did the best they could, but like I just didn't felt seen. I didn't feel heard or seen. And so I think that's a micro experience of what's happening in the States and in a lot of different countries, is like a lot of us don't feel heard or seen. So maybe that's why this song was just a parallel of what I feel, but just at a grand global communal scale.
Yeah. Speaking of Black Sheep, that's one of my favorite songs on the EP, by the way. Yeah,
thank you.
I really like that song.
Cool, thanks.
You know, I know you're a big believer. You've said this in past interviews, that you know the universe has a way of rewarding those that stay authentic to themselves, and I'm a huge believer in that sentiment as well. You're obviously a great case of that. But I have to imagine, as you just kind of told us the backstory to your life, you weren't always open to embracing that authentic version of yourself.
Right, yeah.
So I guess, you know, in so many words, I'm sure there's plenty of your fans, plenty of Billboard's fans watching right now that maybe are struggling with embracing their authentic self. Do you have any words of advice on how to get there?
Bravery is a muscle, step by step. Be easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. And I'm super hard on myself, so I have to train myself. So everything I say to you is just what I tell myself. and like you can even search my old music and you can hear like some of them are the songs that you can hear when I'm trying to please others, you know. And I've left it up there, and I could take those songs down, but I was like, no, it's a reminder that like there was a time in my life where I wasn't quite clicked in with my true artist self. And you know, as a lot of aspiring artists, I'm sure a lot of aspiring artists are Billboard fans and stuff, like learning how can I be the best artist I can be. And you know, a lot of people say like find yourself, like just be you and find your voice, you know. And it sounds so simple, but it's a journey, and that's okay, and spend time and have fun with it. So I would say long story long, have fun with it and be kind to yourself. Bravery is a muscle. Just keep trying with each song you write. Just try to push yourself a little harder. So find comfort in the discomfort. Yeah.
Bravery is a muscle. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a new slogan I'm going to adopt.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, I know I opened our discussion here confessing my love for you and your music, but I have to also confess my love for somebody else that you know well and good, Amy Shark.
Yes.
I adore the song "Adore." If you don't know about Amy Shark, you got to go out and check it out. But
So good.
You are hitting the road with Amy.
Yes, we're going on tour.
That's amazing news.
I'm pumped because when I was listening to her EP, the next morning I would have her song melody stuck in my head, and that's a rarity for me. So that was really cool, and I think she has a really cool voice. It feels like she has a lot of intention behind how she crafts her sonics and stuff. So, and she seems super genuine, you know. So I'm stoked to hit the road with her.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really fun.
Oh, I can't wait. Now, when does that tour, I should say, kick off?
February 20th in Los Angeles.
Wow, you know the dates. No one knows the dates.
I know, because I'm trying very hard to be responsible, and I'm always like, okay, what are the dates? Because people ask me.
Yeah.
So February 20th at the Troubadour. I even know the venue.
Wow.
Los Angeles. So
Here's the trifecta, though. Do you know where fans can go and buy tickets right now?
online. I'm just kidding. I don't
That's
know.
my favorite answer, though, is when you're trying to plug a tour and the guest is like, the internet, you know, Google.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure all across your social media it's available. And tickets are on sale right now?
Yes.
If not right now, very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think they are. And yes, because I think Portland's been sold out already.
Oh, wow.
But if you go to like milkmusic.com or Amy Shark, her official website, I'm sure you can find us. Yeah.
Absolutely. I will be there when you're in New York because that's going to be a heck of a show.
Yeah,
Milck,
come.
thanks so much for
Yeah,
stopping by
thank
Billboard
you.
Live.
It was so much fun.
And thanks for watching.